Hello, everyone. Today is day 2 of our life coach training. And today we're going to talk about the life coach industry, trends, niches, like what is your unique selling proposition and what is it that you can focus on, which area of life coaching that you can focus on. So we're going to talk about that today, just wondering and just checking in with people. Let me know in the comments. I had given you all homework to do. All those who have registered for this training, you have received a downloadable worksheet, and I had given you all homework to do to help you understand your own. Why do you want to be a life coach? Who do you want to serve? What are some of the fears that are blocking you from becoming a life coach? And we're going to address some of those fears today. But I just want to check in. How many of you have done your homework? How many of you have uh, are following along in this training? So let me know in the comments. And now, without delay, we're going to start with the slides. So I'm going to add the slides here. I am Namita Purohit. I am a professional life coach, and I run a life coaching company along with Team Ease, with some very beautiful coaches and team members out there. We teach people how to coach, we coach people, and we also teach people the business of coaching. So these are the three different lines of business that we do. And here we go, and we are here. So Anamika ji, thank you for saying that you have done the exercises. You don't have to send them to me. You have to do them for your own understanding on your own. I'm not going to be checking those things, right? You can ask me questions about those exercises, about the life coaching program, the life coach certification program over here. Yes. So it is to help you do that. Yes, Surbi ji has done it as well. So that's good to hear. Just a few announcements before we go in further. My job to do that. So this is, I'll just make this full screen so you can, I think it's looking better now. Yes, it is. So here we have Life Coach Career, Opportunities, Challenges, and Earnings. Today, this is a 5-day training, and today we are on day 2. Just a few announcements. This is part of my promotion for the open enrollment for the Ease Coach certification program. And bit.ly Ease Coach is the link, and I can share the link also in the chat. June 9th is when the fast action bonus expires. So for all those who are trying to join in and make the payments and are considered about that, you get a fast action bonus, an early bird bonus, which is a define your niche extra bonus video training that you get for those who joined before June 9th, 9:30 p.m. IST. It's wrong, and I didn't get a chance to correct this. So keep that in mind. And June 13th, 11:59 p.m. IST is when we close the cart. Those who join in from now till June 9th or June 13th, you get access to an onboarding course where you get completely familiarized with what the program is all about, what are the things you need to be mindful about, the dates, the timelines, the call timings, and everything over there, right? And you also get a document to e-sign. And those who finish the e-signing get automatic access. All those students who finish the e-signing of the terms and conditions of the document, get all of them get, we've set up the automation so that you all get access on June 14th together. And June 17th or June 18th is when we will do the welcome call. But we will just try to see which all students are joining from different time zones, and so that I'm in India. Ramya ji, who manages the East Coast schools, he lives in UK, and we just have to make sure everyone's time zones are aligned, and we try to find the best possible time zone, keeping everyone's requirements in mind. So you can let us know if you have any special requests, and we will announce that. And if you end up missing it for whatever reason, you get access to the recording. So that's that. But we try our best to make sure everyone attends it, because we really want to welcome you, to the East Coast School. Give you that nice soft landing, help you familiarize yourself with the other students who will be part of your batch, so that you have, the last batch did very well in their certification assignments. I mean, each one of them was really top notch. The ones who just graduated on Sunday. And we asked them, the farewell call, me and Ramya ji, like, what's your secret? You all did so well. And what we heard is that they made such each other, and they were having their own weekly calls with each other to study together and understand the subject matter so deeply that it was just reflecting so beautifully in the assignment. So we really want you to develop that bonding and do all of those things, and that's why we do this welcome call. So I guess I've already talked about this now. And yesterday If you have a question, you can say put hash question in the chat, or you can just put your comment over there, and I'll look at that. And yesterday we talked about what is life coaching, what does a life coach do. All of you who were live, thank you for being there. And the same link that is a live link is also where you can access the recording later on if you missed the live training. So wanted you all to know that. And we talked about what is life coaching, what is not life coaching, who will sign up for your life coaching programs, who are the types of people who will not sign up for your life coaching programs. These are the things we wanted you to be mindful about. And then how is it different from therapy? And I also went into great detail about the EASE course framework, like what are the different courses. And we talked about how there's a coaching foundational principles of, human psychology, human personality development, human growth that you learn based on astrology, Ayurveda, energy sciences, ancestral work, family balancing systems, cognitive behavior therapy, and all based on the principles of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. And you're working at different layers. You're not just looking at the mental layer. It doesn't work. Therefore, the EASE model is very different. You don't just work on the mind. You work on all the different layers of the person's personality. And that's what gives them really fast transformation. I pride myself as a coach that people, if they come to me or my team members for an issue, we help them resolve their issue really fast because we have this very special model. And when you become a certified coach as EASE, when you sign up for the certification training, you learn that very special model from me. So this is the coaching foundation. This is the coaching framework where you learn you learn the foundational principles, but then you're like, okay, how do I still coach? And then we talked about the personal qualities of a coach. How do you establish trust with the client? How do you help them understand them? How do you help them understand themselves by entering their frame of reference? I gave you a little bit of a demo of what is coaching and what is not coaching. Then we talked about like coaching skills that you learn. We talked about the homework toolkit, the downloadable, brandable worksheets that you can just download, rebrand them, and then use them for your coaching practice. Various case studies, a growing library of case studies. Because we are also coaching people, so we have a lot of different cases that come in, and then whatever our learnings are, we put them as case studies over there. And I talked about the certification requirements. So these are some of the things. If you missed it, please go back to the video from yesterday and watch it. And then there was homework from day one. I don't know how many of you did that. We had this thing. I think 2 people have mentioned here that they've done it. So thank you very much for doing it. I really appreciate it. It makes my effort of making the sheet useful. At least 2 people have done it, and that's great. So we talked about why do you want. I want you to be very clear about what you're getting into, why you're doing it, your motivation, so that there's no room for confusion in your mind as you decide to go into that career, right? Now, what area do you want to coach people in? Your inner fears that are holding you back, right? And we're going to talk about some of these in detail today because I'm still getting messages with I'm not good at English, and we're still getting those messages. And then what can you do to overcome those fears, right? And now we're going to talk about life coaching industry trends, niches, and what is your USP. So are you with me so far? Yes, it's nice. We have a few more people joined in, and let's look at the training for today. That is. So we'll also talk about a little bit today about the benefits of becoming an EASE certified coach, right? So life coaches are needed more than ever. And as I always tell everybody, you don't have to be certified to be a life coach. But how does a certification help you? So a little bit I'm going to touch today, and then we're going to touch more in the future days. Is that a certification gives you credibility in your business. What is the credibility? That, okay, this person has gone through a systematic program, they have completed the requirements of that particular systematic program, and they have become a coach, right? That's what people care about. That, okay, this person has a system. So either you prove yourself by giving out your proof of concept by videos, by articles, by blogs, and trying to reach people to that so that they hear you, they understand you, and they're like, wow, this person really knows it. That's one way. And another way is also to have a certificate which makes people believe that yes, this person is certified, they have gone through some systematic training, and they know what they're talking about, right? A certification makes you very confident, and that's what I've been on a few calls today with different people who have been interested in joining the program. That because you go through this deep foundational learning of principles, you learn the how to coach, you do a coaching practical with a client, all of this in a 6-month coaching certification program, right? You go deep in your niche, in solving the problems of your niche through your coaching. You apply the EASE model to solving problems of your niche, and you do that all with us. through the assignments, through discussion, through all of that. I don't need any of these assignments, and these assignments are not to test you. That's not the goal of these assignments. These assignments are to prepare you. So all these video modules, all of this preparation that you do, my goal with this certification is that when you step out, you're confident about your coaching skills. And we'll all have to improve. I have to improve in my coaching. We all have to keep improving in our coaching. And that happens when the more we coach, the more we get better at spotting people, spotting their mindsets, understanding them, and we just get more and more fine tuned. And we also get really good at spotting BS. We get really good at spotting people who waste our time, who are not looking to really go deep into that, but they're looking for quick solutions. You get really good at that, and you set your boundaries, because you need to protect your time, because you're serving your clients, you're serving your students, and you need to protect your time around that. Yes. So you learn how to do all of these things. So when you are outside with this certification, you become very confident that yes, I know how to coach. I have done it. My assignments were approved. My coaching was approved. That means I know what I'm doing here. I know I have a model to fall back on. I know I have a roadmap. I know the nuances of coaching. That's point number three. Because there are various nuances of coaching that you learn, and that's something that you learn when you're part of the training program. Because you get a lot of scenarios, a lot of case studies, a lot of questions answered, a lot of other students asking questions that are answered by me and the other teachers that take those calls and teach you. And you get a coaching practical in a protected environment. So even if you mess up, it's okay. You know while you're coaching, you have people to ask, and like, okay, I get stuck here. How do I help my client? If my client is saying this, I don't know what to do. So you learn those nuances of coaching because you have to respond in the moment when you're coaching, right? So you learn all of that, and with a certification program like mine, you get a complete system, right? A coaching framework, roadmap, sheets, tools, homeworks, meditations, and so much more. And knowing exactly where to use what. And those who also opt for the basic plus business, they get access to the business modules as well. And you get a community. Uh, it's like you take your kid to school, and your kid gets really nervous, etc., because they don't know anyone. But if they are able to make that one friend in that school, then it becomes easier for them to go to school. It becomes easier for them to be in their learning. They know at least somebody there, right? We are there to support you fully. Me and team ease, we're fully there to support you. But it's also nice to make friends with community. And you get community of students who are not just joined with you. You're also working with you're also part of the same calls as the students who have joined 3 months before you. And the ones who joined 6 months before you, they left because this time we did the whole program 1 week later. They've already graduated and gone, but you're dealing with students who are 3 months senior to you, where they are at, etc. You're dealing with your current batch, and then after 3 months or 4 months, I don't know when we're opening this again. I don't even know my schedule for the next year. If new students join in, then you join with them. Then those join in too. So you actually get this supportive community of students where you can clarify your doubts, learn from each other, go ahead, etc. And that whole force of community is what helps you finish, right? We had one student who joined, but then she could not, because of some family thing, she could not be part, she could not focus on these things, right? But then she just went like deep down 2 months, and like she just went deep. She really commendable what she did. But it was a support of the other students that helped her like really grasp the concepts, etc., and get to the requirements. Yes. So these are some of the benefits of becoming a certified coach, right? Or taking a systematic certification program. So here we are today, and we're going to now talk about the e-learning market. Why am I talking about the e-learning market? Because when you're becoming a coach, like I was on a call yesterday after our training with somebody who lives in Vancouver, Canada, and she already has space. So she has a store of health foods, and she already has a space where she is anyway. When people are coming to her for health advice, etc., she's anyway. She has this room where she can coach them. So some people want to do that in-person connection coaching, and she's already built a beautiful community around whatever she's doing currently, and she wants to enhance her service by becoming a coach. So she already wants, so she her focus is, I want to sit down and do in-person coaching. Online she may or may not do, right? But some of us may want to work out of home, and some of us may want to do online coaching. So we're going to talk about the whole online learning industry, because coaching, when you're coaching someone, that also falls in the online learning industry. And we're also going to talk about specifically about coaching, right? So we're going to do that now because I want you to understand what the market is like, what the opportunities are. And, so the e-learning market has surpassed 315 billion in 2022, right? That's the revenue. And it is projected to have a compounded annual growth rate of 20% from 2023 to 2022. Some say greater than 14%, some say greater than 20%. So it's between 14 to 20%, right? And the market value for 2032, people who are doing online courses, getting online coaching, everywhere, it's going to be $1 trillion. That's a lot. Multiply 1 trillion into 82. So to understand what it is in rupees. Okay. And there are different segments here. There is a corporate application segment is going to grow at a much higher rate than the B2C. B2B is going to go because now, even if you look at Harvard, even if you look at Cambridge, even if you look at some of these other top universities and providers and corporate training also, everything is going online and people are selling premium courses online. Yes. And if it's the content provider segment, which is something that you and I would fall in once you join the program, is greater than the market value is greater than 200 billion. Yes. And Asia Pacific, that includes Japan, China, India, Southeast Asia, is greater than $60 billion. And we have the greatest population. So this is an untapped market. This is a market in which you can grow. This is a market where there's a lot of potential. It's just that you need to have a proper, clear system and you need to work towards it. And once you provide something of quality, people will come to you. So that's something to understand. And then how are people spending on e-learning? I shared this particular stat even last time in March during the March enrollment. So let's just look at let's look at India, United States, and United Kingdom, right? So in India, 30 out of the 100 people that they interviewed, 100%, 30% spend on online training, right? Signing up for courses, signing up for things, etc. Right? So 18% are looking for business and life coaching. There is 18% of the respondents. Imagine that's a huge market in India, right? And 21% look at other, professional training and avenues, etc. In the United States, it's 9, 6, and 7, right? And in the United Kingdom, it's 8, 3, and 5. Now, just look at the United States. It's 9% spending on online training, 6% on business and life coaching. Now, even with that 9% and 6% in the United States, and UK, you all can read, look at the stats of the US, right? In the US, you have so in 2019 there were 5,86,292 coaches registered online. There may be a lot more, but this is what they have as registered. Out of which 40% were in the US. Now, how much is 40%? It's a big thing, right? Out of this, all the number of coaches, 40% are in the United States. So 40% of around 6 lakhs is around 2.4 lakhs. Yes, a little lower than that, right? So we have 2.4 lakh coaches in the US. And now let's go back to the statistic. And they are serving this 6% of the respondents who are looking for business and life coaching. So just imagine with 18% of respondents here taking business and life coaching in India, how big your market is. And when you go online as a coach, you're not just reduced to the country you're living in. It's online, it's global. Whoever resonates with your message, whoever knows that you really get their issue and you really understand their pain points and you have a solution for them is going to connect with you, right? So you're not limited by geography. That's the beauty of this whole online coaching industry. So some things for you to think about, right? And the global coaching online market, right? This we were just talking about e-learning, but this is global coaching market was around $2,000 million in 2021, and it's going to be more than double, 4,568 $70 million in 230, right? That's the growth rate of the global online coaching market, right? And there are so many people who are looking for coaching, and this market is huge. Now, if you just look at the $2,000 million right now, think about if you can tap into a 0.00001% of that, it's still a fantastic business for you. If you can get a 0.00001% of that $2,000 million, it's a fantastic business for you. So think in these terms when you're making the investment, when you're because this is a professional training program, and you sign up for a professional training program, and I care that you get the right results, and therefore I'm informing you about what the industry is like, right? And do we need statistics? I love to say this every time, and that's what my spiritual mentor also said, that you are in a recession-proof business, because people are always, going to be needing life coaches, and it's, this is the nature of Kali Yuga, where people are confused, people are quarrelsome, they're lazy, they're misguided, they're unlucky, they're always disturbed, and then they're always looking for sources to put their time, energy to get solutions for their inner disturbances. Right? This is a shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam that describes the age of Kali Yuga. Prayana Payusha Sadhya Kalavasmin Yuge Jana Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya Upadritaha. Right? So, a learned one in the iron age of Kali, men and women, almost always have but short lives. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all, always disturbed. So, there is not, let's not look at them as a market, but think about the opportunity out there to serve these people, to coach these people out of these things so that they can think clearly and they can make progress in their life. Yes? And the world is getting more connected and we're becoming more and more fast, but it's increased the whole volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity in this world, right? And it's crazy out there. uh, there's all types of craziness that I deal with on a daily basis, right? The stuff I have to deal with is the society secretary, the people who come and help in the household, or or the service industry, or just so many things out there happening, and it can become so taxing for all that we're dealing with, right? And then what people do to themselves also, right? They think themselves to craziness. It's like they just keep thinking, and they keep driving themselves crazy. And what they do to each other. I was sharing with Rajiv ji on the podcast I did on Saturday. I'm on this group which has 95,000 Indians living in the US, and I try to answer questions over there. And it's mind boggling what people do to each other as spouses, what they do to each other as neighbors, what they do to each other as friends, etc. It's just mind boggling and very painful to watch at the same time. And people need resources to be able to deal with all this craziness out there. And the marriages, there's mental instability, so many things, loneliness, material distraction. There's a lot of confusion, and people are willing, as we've seen in the research here, people are willing to invest in an expert coach to help them come out of their stuff and to accelerate their growth. And there's so much loneliness out there that anyone who has a solution, people are dying to go to that person who can solve their problem, because they're just so lonely in figuring everything out. So understand these things, that there is a market, there is a huge untapped opportunity, and even if it looks like, wow, there's so many life coaches out there, uh, and you can think like, wow, there's so many life coaches out there, so then what makes me different, and what makes me what will I mean, it's going to be crowded and saturated. No, that's not the way to think about it. I learned that in a training like 3 years ago. If something, there are too many people doing it, that means there's a huge market for it, and you can have your space too. And this is what I learned from a marketing coach who I had signed up for uh, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, but I was listening to his podcasts for a very long time. Yes. Now, what does it take to succeed for you? The opportunity is there. Is that overcome your inner barriers? I don't know English. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know. I get confused. I have these personal issues happening in my life right now. My husband's not good. My wife's not good. I don't like my job. Maybe I should resolve my personal issues first before. No, not personal issues. Maybe I need to first resolve these events in my life बिफोर आई स्टेप इनटू कोचिंग. ओके, पहले मैं ये इतना कर लेती हूँ, फिर उसके बाद में मैं कोचिंग में आराम से जाऊंगी, कोच सर्टिफिकेशन बनूंगी. You know what, life is going to keep throwing stuff at you. You're never going to be in a peaceful situation, right? And anyway, we'll discuss more inner barriers. You need to overcome your inner barriers, and you need to learn the art of overcoming your inner barriers. I am overcoming various inner barriers every single day. Every single day I have to overcome a particular inner barrier to be successful. And we have to be ready to do that if you want to become an entrepreneur or a life coach, right? And single-minded focus is needed. You got to be relentless. You have to have a relentless mindset to is in not just in coaching to make your client successful, but for you also to be a professional life coach, and for you also to be successful. And let me tell you, the world is selling to you that, oh, you can just sip your pina colada and be at the beach and the money is just going to come. I would say that they are painting that false picture because they want to sell you their product of business. they're teaching you how to run a life coaching business and how to be successful, and they create that whole picture to sell you that. Let me tell you, that is possible, but it takes many years of effort. So a life coaching business, a career, uh, requires the same amount of effort to be successful as it would be any other business, or it would be any other job or career or whatever you're trying to do. So the same amount of effort is required. So be ready for that, and having a true desire to serve people, to serve the world, and people can see that. When they see that you are truthful, you're honest, and you truly care about your mission, and you truly care about the clients that you're working with, they can see that. And that's what's going to be your USP. That's what's going to help you, right? And you want to be resilient, you want to be self-driven, you want to be patient, because it takes time to things to build. It takes time for you to sharpen your craft, and the more you do it, the more your craft is going to get better, right? It's like sharpening the knife. You have to keep coaching after the certification program, so that you get better and better as a coach. It's not like I'll get better and then start coaching. No, you get better by doing it and being realism. And we're going to talk more about this in the future days. I believe day 5 of the training is all about business, and we're going to talk more details about this. And also, you want to make proper creation of packages to be successful, right? Like, you can charge a higher ticket price when you become a certified life coach or any coach, right? You can charge a minimum of a lakh or around $1,200. I'm talking about minimum after you become a certified coach, for a package of 4 to 6 sessions, because you have an exact roadmap, and you are going to make the client go through that, and the client will be successful if the client is also qualified. So you got to learn how to qualify and work with the right clients also. I don't work with everybody, because they're not invested in themselves, and they just want to put their load on me that I need to solve all their problems. No, and then that client is not going to be successful. So you can charge a higher ticket price. You can start charging minimum this much when you graduate as a life coach, or you can do a couple sessions just to get more and more of this thing, and then you can create, and then you create the right packages. You market yourself well. Your own certification investment can be recovered in a very short time. So that's what I feel, that the certification program, for the value we give you, is very low priced right now, and I'm going to gradually increase the price because it's not at the price it needs to be. So think about that. And also, if you sign up for the business modules, you also learn how to set up the business as well. But you have a choice. You can just go for 6 month coach certification training, or you can also go with the business module. I'll just see if there's any discussion here. Not much discussion in the chat. So let me go further. Now, when you sign up for the East Coast certification program, like yesterday, there was this question that um, I want to learn about inner child healing. And I did answer that question, but I want to take my time to answer that today more, right? So, will I get all the materials I need to become an inner child healer, right? You learn a lot more than just inner child healing in the East Coast certification program. So let me tell you that that's just like a no-brainer. That's like a basic that you learn, and all of that. And there's so when you sign up for the East Coast certification program, you can become a life coach, parenting coach, family coach, relationship coach, exec coach. Uh, One lady has become a dietary, eating disorder coach, because she has a background in nutrition as well. You can become a coach leader, great manager who's knows how to coach his subordinates. A lot of managers also join this program. You can become a performance coach, a success coach, a youth coach, emotional balance coach, mindset coach, overcome perfectionism coach, women leaders coach, immigrant women coach, narcissistic abuse recovery coach, wellness coach, agile coach, marriage coach, couples coach, mid management coach, women in business coach, soulful pregnancy coach. And as I was mentioning yesterday, the last batch that graduated, we had a women in tech coach, women who work in technology jobs, and a coach for them. And then we had one who was a women in menopausal stage coach, a women in an empty nester whose children are grown up, left the house, gone to college or got married, and a coach for that. So there are so many different niches, that these are the niches that our students have done. And by using the ease model, and when you sign up for the ease model, you can become a coach in any of these niches. And how does that work? The way that works is this: you learn the entire flow chart, the blueprint of coaching over here. Like, I've just put an image for representation. Oh, if the client is in this situation, do this. If the client is in this situation, do this. Coach like this. If the client is in this situation, then use these tools for coaching. If the client is in that situation, then use these tools for coaching. And you learn that very well. The assignments help you go deeper into that, and then you do the practical where you learn how to go deeper in that. Plus, the case studies help you understand, right? So it helps you become a coach in any field you like. It's like knowing the alphabet. If you know the k, k, g, gh, na, you know the A, B, C, D, A to Z, then you can make any alphabet, right? You can read anything, you can understand anything, you can communicate anything. All you need to know is the alphabet. And that's exactly the ease model. Once you know the ease model, it's like knowing the alphabets of coaching and knowing how to create different roadmaps for different clients. You get the base roadmap, but then you can create so many different roadmaps for success in so many different areas, right? And later, like say if you specialize in mindset coach or emotional balance coach, right? Or a stay-at-home mom coach. I forgot to put that in the list. There's another coach who did that. And you're like, oh, it's not working for me. I'm getting, it's not like I don't have enough market here and things like that. I think I want to switch to, coaching women at work, right? Because I have experience of that. The same ease model, the same blueprint, the same if then else loops, everything you can switch your niche and coach others. So you could be a generalist also. Like I mean, I do have some specialization in what I'm good at, but I can also be a generalist when I want. I can coach different people in different things, and that's because I know the ease model, and I can coach. I can do all of this, and so can all the students who come. All the students can be a life coach, parenting coach, family coach, relationship coach, all of these at once. Now, why do we tell you to specialize? Because it helps with your marketing, because people need to know who you are and what you do, etc. Right? And if you say I'm everything, they get confused. They don't know whether you can solve their problem or not. So the only reason we ask you to specialize is so that you can, fine tune your marketing around that, so that people know what you are and they know how to tell about you, right? Like so, when I started marketing my business, and I would go and talk to people for the word of mouth marketing. I was, moving around in Seattle. Had a list of 200 people. I was meeting 10 people a week. It's a lot to do. So over 20 weeks, I met 200 people, and I was pitching to them. Right, these were my people I know for so many years, and I was just pitching to them, telling them, etc. I'm not pitching to them to buy my program because they're close relationships for me, but I was telling them, hey, this is what I do. This is what I serve people in. If you know someone looking for this specific thing, please connect them with me. So therefore, when you're specific, it helps the other person also to register in their mind what you're doing and spread the word about you. Or when they're following you online, they know, like, if you just keep talking general stuff, they get confused. But if you talk specific stuff, they're like, oh, I know this person is good at that. And they may refer you to, if they're following you, they'll refer you to so many of their friends. And or if they start following you, they're like, she really understands me, and things like that, right? So you could become a coach in any of these things, switch anytime, do anything, because you have the ease model, because you have the whole flow chart of coaching that's there, right? And now when you decide for yourself, like, what is it that I want to coach in? So yesterday I made you do exercises on why do I want to be a life coach and things like that, right? Now let's get a little specific here. uh, you do well when you are in your zone of genius, right? And for that you need to know your special talent, right? When you're aware of your special talent, you're aware of that value that you bring to the table, of how you can really help. Like some people are really good at uh, uh, I'll share a story with you, right? So we were playing Truth and Dare in our alumni meet on Sunday. So we have alumni meets of all people who have been part of the East family. So we have existing students and alumni, not just for the coach certification program, but all those we have coached, and all of them, right? Or who have bought our independent individual courses. So we were playing Truth and Dare in that game, in that alumni meet. And when we were playing that, it so happened that one student said this, that I'm a pure vegetarian. And she said a few more things. I don't remember. I love reading books. I love studying, and I like to help people. Something like that, right? And then we were supposed to guess. I had another teacher, facilitator, who was facilitating that whole truth and dare, and we were supposed to get which statement is a truth and which statement is a lie. Everyone tried different things, but there was this one lady, the one who's become a coach for empty nester women. She said, I'm a vegetarian is a lie. And we were like, how can she say that so confidently? Very confidently she said that, right? And then it turned out that that was a false statement that this person had made there. We were playing the game, right? And then we asked her, like, how do you know this? And she's like, because I am trying to become a vegetarian, and it's becoming hard for me. So the way she said it, I could clearly get the whole vibe that she's that's not the truthful statement. And that, so now why am I telling you the story? Because This is like a lived journey this lady had, and therefore she was so quick at spotting what was, happening with this person in front of her. So when you have a lived journey, or what is your special talent, or something that you have overcome, or something that you're really good at, it becomes very easy for you to serve your client, right? And what is an area you are good at? So tell me in the comments here. Love to see your comments here. Tell me in the comments here, what is the area that you are good at, right? What is your USP? What is it that you're good at that you can coach well in? And let us know that. And what are the challenges that you really understand well, right? Some of you may understand the challenges of childbirth very well, or some of you may understand the challenges of dealing with a very difficult boss really well, or some of you may understand the challenges of being alone and still being very successful. Some of you may understand the challenges of, you made mistakes in your finances, but now you fixed it and you become great at investing, right? So you understand that. Some of you may understand the challenges of being in an abusive relationship and healing yourself. Some of you may understand the challenges of just being lonely. Some of you may understand the challenges of, I don't know what, like whatever your things that you're good at. So try to understand what that USP of yours is and work on some of these things. So I'll just switch to the homework for today. So what is, of course, you fill in what is your take home from the training today. Think about what type of coaching business do you want to set up, online, offline. Do you only want to do coach one-on-one or group, or create online courses too, or do workshops also? Because a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that coaching is just one-on-one. I sit down and I coach people one-on-one. That is one part of coaching, one way of coaching. And if you rely only on that as your stream of business, it's very hard to get people to pay for that one-on-one service, right? So therefore, you want to create different things also. You could create a workshop, you could create a webinar, so that you it's like many to one, right? Like, so you get many people come there, they get to hear you, understand you, and different people have different budgets, so you cater to different people. And it also, like, sometimes people want to test you with a low ticket thing, feel how you are, etc., and then sign up for your high ticket one-on-one coaching, etc. So think about all of that, just write it down, and you're going to learn a lot more about all of these things when you sign up for the program. Then what demographic of clients do you wish to serve, right? Like someone said, I want to coach Indian people, but okay, Indian people means what? Indian people, all Indian people, or you want to coach Indian people who are, from tier one cities or tier two cities? Excuse me, give me a moment, please. Yes, thank you. So you want to, who do you want to coach? You want to coach women, you want to coach men, you want to coach single people, you want to coach family people, you want to coach people who are divorced, you want to coach people who are working, or they're working in tech, or you want to coach people who are in business. Like, who do you want to coach? Be clear, write that down, right? Age, gender, ethnicity, these kind of things. It helps you get clarity when you're learning how to coach and also setting up your business, right? And then how big or small do you want to be in terms of the number of clients you serve each year and the revenue you collect, right? Now, some people will be like, oh, I want to be like Jay Shetty, or I want to be like, like so popular. I want to be like Tony Robbins. I want to be like Susan Hyatt, Brooke Castillo. I mean, I just want to make millions of dollars, right? Now, all that also is great if you have that. But be clear, how big do you want to grow? Because growing big also comes at a very high cost, personal cost, a lot of investment, higher stakes, etc. Or you're like, no, I want to be grow my system in such a way that I can manage everything myself, right? There's a book you could read, The Company of One. uh, you'll get a lot of different concepts about that. So think about that. I don't know. I'm not saying you need to have so many answers today, but I just want your thinking process to start. I want you to think about this because this is a professional program, and I want you to think about these things. So you could either think about number of clients you want to serve in a year, or the revenue you want to collect, and things like that. And as we talked about, what are some of the unique attributes that you will bring to your coaching, right? I gave you examples of that in the previous slide. What is that uniqueness you're going to bring? The clarity you have about a certain an area of your life, or you have overcome something, or you're good at something, or you're just interested in something, right? What are, and you could write that, and also some of your unique attributes. Okay, I'm very good listener. I really understand pain, or I really understand the desire for growth in people, and when they're really full of fire but they don't know the steps. and I can totally help them. Like we all have that area. We all have it. We all have that special ability, special gift that we can, serve in really well. So identify that. And if you can't identify that, it's okay. When you do the program, you will learn. And also, for those who sign up before June 9th, you get access to this Define Your Niche early bird bonus. It's a video training where you learn how to get clarity on this, what's my unique gift and what can I help people. So all those who register, enroll for the June batch before June 9th, you get this special Define Your Niche coaching video training that you get over there, right? So this is your homework for today. And we will get into a few more things here, just checking in if there are any comments. Um, we have some comments here. Nimesh is saying, hello, I am good, thank you. There's a Facebook user saying, Hare Krishna to you. Shivani ji, Hare Krishna, long time, nice to see you. I just need to go here also, so I'm just changing the tab. And we have Anamika Srivastava has identified that she's her unique attributes are she can help people with wellness and she's good with patience. That's her special attribute that she'll bring to coaching, and I think that's a great skill to have, Anamika, to be patient in. Because it's a great point you bring up, because what happens is that in your head the blueprint is clear once you get certified. Like I say, these are the steps, and why is my client not getting it? But people have their own journey, and it takes time for them to make that transformation, and change is scary for people. And therefore the coach supports them in that change, but that change takes time, and therefore we have to be patient, and that's a great attribute in coaching. So thank you for mentioning that. Just to make some announcement here is that we are open. We are closing cart very soon, and I'm just, or rather, I won't say very soon. We've just opened cart, but yes, on June 13th IST, 11:59 p.m. IST is when we close the cart. So I'm just sharing the link here with all of you who have joined the training. And over here, that's the page that I have open right now. So when you click on this link, this is where it brings you, and all the program details are here. You can click program details, you can click testimonial. If you've still not signed up for the 5-day training and you're like, I want that worksheet, I want this, I want that, click here for the 5-day training. If you're getting emails from us about the coach training, etc., that means you're already signed up. And when you click buy now, so we have program details, just going over that with you. So you can watch this video. What all does it include? What does the roadmap look like? And it's 6 months of advanced life coach training. You get 4 calls a month. So the modules are on video that you can watch and learn at your own time, because we get students from different time zones. It's hard for us to like teach everybody live, and everyone likes to learn at their own pace and time. So therefore all the learning material, the video, all the modules are online. You can learn at your own pace. You also get an app. And the live aspect of this is you get 24 live calls in 6 months average, right? So you get about 4 calls a month on weekends with me and another teacher, and other teachers who serve as backups when when I'm in an emergency, or the other teachers in emergency. We're all a nice team here, and you ask your questions over there. So as you're learning, you have questions. That this is your space for live interaction and to get clarity, and to also learn from the questions of other people. And you also get community. So you're learning something, you're doing a module, and you're like, I don't understand this. You can immediately put a message. It's like a Facebook group, think about it. But it's not Facebook group. It lives on my website, and you can also access it through the app that you can download for your learning. And you can ask your questions there. And me and the other coaches, we have like a 24 to 48 hour window of answering questions on the community. And we do answer in great detail and support all of you. And you have like a small group cohort also. You can even do the coaching practical with each other, the members that are joining. And you get a welcome call. I already talked about that, and access to a welcome onboarding call online. And we talked about the curriculum, the coaching fundamentals, the coaching framework, and the certification. And you get all of these bonuses, right? You get all these client intake forms, coaching session guidelines, session progress sheets, homework tracking sheets, homeworks, downloadable homeworks. Okay, this situation, this homework, that situation, this homework for your clients, because you need to give all that to your client, right? There's no homework, there's no progress, because coaching is happening between sessions also. And all my guided meditation audios that you use, that those are downloadable, you can reuse in the program, like in your own coaching. And talking scripts as well. Yesterday I didn't get to mention this, but you get these. I'm just making the screen big. You get these talking scripts to use during your coaching session. If the client says this, what do I say? You say this. If the client says this, what do I say? You say this. If the client is refusing to accept responsibility, because in coaching you make the client take responsibility for their situation, not telling them, it's all you, it's all your karma, you're the one, blah blah blah, because we can only take responsibility of what we can fix, right? That's in our circle of influence. So the client's not taking responsibility, then what sentence to say? Not to make them realize, but to gradually nudge them psychologically. You have these very psychologically powerful statements to say. So you get all these type talking scripts that you can use in different coaching situations. And this is the cut. You have Indian rupees. The basic is 6 months of training, what I talked about. 2,59,600. That includes the GST, 18%. And this is and in dollars is $2,750. And you get 6 months of coach certification training. And some people want to do payment plans. So if you're paying in USD and you're like, I can't pay all of this together, then you can make 4 payments of $800 each. And when you click buy now in USD, I'll just take you there. Buy now in rupees, so just so that you can see, right? So you can see these payments. So when you click buy now in USD, I'm just waiting for those pages to load. See that? And for Indian rupees also, there are EMI options. When you click here, it takes you to a video at the bottom. The fee is not updated because this is an older video with an older fee. The program has matured a lot more after that. But when you click this 2-minute video, you will know exactly how to avail the EMI option. So your bank makes the full payment to us, but you pay EMI to your banks based on whatever EMI plan you choose from your bank. So Razorpay has given this integration to us, and we found this is the best way for us because it reduces our overhead of tracking payments, and you are able to do this for yourself, right? So now just going back to, and then we have this basic plus business. So if somebody wants 6 months of coach certification training and they want 6 months of business training, then they can sign up for the business. Just today, as we speak at around 8:30, someone from India has signed up for basic plus business, Pune to be specific, right? And this is 3,30,400. So in addition to the 6 months of coach certification training, once the certification is done, you get 6 months of membership to our business modules, continued access to the 4 calls a month, continued access to the community, because as you're setting up your coaching business, you need support. As you're doing those modules, you can ask us questions in those course calls and community. And as you're setting up your coaching business, you're also coaching clients, and you will meet some difficulties and difficult clients. You can also get confusion, how do I apply this, how do I apply that? And if you all need that extended thing to set up your business and get that support, you can go for the basic plus business model. Now, what is the advantage here? You could either just do basic now and sign up for the business membership. It's a month-to-month membership later on. The advantage is you're paying for 5 months, you're getting 6 months, right? So you're actually getting 1 month free, something like that over here. So this is this, and I'll just show you the payment page. When you click this USD, this was not enabled yesterday when I was doing the training. I enabled it later, the payment plan. So this is basic plus business upfront payment. Basic plus business payment plan is 4 payments of $1,050 each. Then this is basic upfront payment 2,750, and this is basic payment plan, 4 payments of $800 each. This is for those people who want to buy in US dollars. Now, those who want to buy in rupees, when you click buy in rupees for this one, it opens up a page for you, right? And this is where you make your payment. Similarly for the basic plus business also, when you click buy in rupees, it opens up another page for you, and you can make the payment for this year, and it gives you exactly what you're going to get. So this is how these payments work. And when you click pay, you fill up all these details, you click pay, you get all the EMI options that you can ask for, and the video shows you exactly how to avail that in the Indian rupees thing, so you all can do that. Or you can just make the direct payment. Now, I still had a little bit of training left today because I wanted to cover all these inner inhibitions, the imposter syndrome that you carry. So just bringing back the screen to that. Akanksha Antani, nice to be here with you, Akanksha. And also see Salu Soni, Namaste Salu, and or Shalu maybe, I don't know how to read your name. Ketki ji, yes, you're going to focus on helping people, overcoming codependency, people pleasing, self-love, etc. So you're going to help people become more solid and strong in themselves. Akanksha Antani, what parameters we should consider while we decide the niche we want to choose? There are various parameters, and in the interest of time, because I think I'm already going to be at an hour, is the first thing that you want to do is like, what are you good at? What are you experienced it? What are you good at? Is there a market for it? Many different things like that. But first, just focus, as I introduced you all today, and it's part of your homework today. What is that uniqueness that you bring to the program, to coaching people? What is your own uniqueness that is there? What sets you apart? Because nowadays, so many people are calling themselves life coaches, right? So, how are you going to stand out? And what is that uniqueness that you bring to the table that will be helpful for your client? Like, and as you can see some examples here, right? Anamika has identified her uniqueness as, like, she has a unique attribute of patience, and she wants to help people in overall wellness. And probably her, since I know her a little bit, probably it's about emotional wellness and clarity. Ketiki ji is now, she's probably well versed in these areas. She feels very strongly about these areas. She's talked about self-love, overcoming codependency, people pleasing. Maybe she's overcome these things herself, and that's what she wants to serve people in. So, your own uniqueness, what you bring to the table, what are you inspired to serve? Because the worst thing to have is a coach who's bored coaching you. I don't want to be coached by a coach who's bored, in their own niche. I want to be coached by a coach who's like all excited, focused, wants to like really coach, And you learn more about this define your coaching niche if you sign up before June 9th, 9:30 p.m. IST. You learn more about the coaching niche because you get this bonus training on define your coaching niche. It's a bonus video training that you get that helps you. So yeah, that's what it is. And I just think there are a few more general questions that I have been getting that I want to answer because I keep repeating these to so many different people over email and me and my team, or even in the meetings that we're having. So there's a huge barrier to English confidence amongst Indians, I've seen. And I think it's a lot to do with this whole culture of that, if you don't know English, you're not good enough. And people write to me with good English, and then they tell me, "Oh, your program is not in Hindi, ma'am. Can you please make this program in Hindi? Then I'll be confident in doing everything." And I was like, "What's wrong with your English? You're writing really well here." So the thing is that if your barrier, there are people waiting out there for you to get coached by you. You have this burning passion to coach people. Why would you let these inner confidence issues block you from coaching others? Why don't you coach yourself out of these inner barriers and go out and coach others? So if you think English is a barrier, I'm telling you, if you understand basic English and you can write basic English, you can do the course. When you're writing the assignments, I am not looking for perfect English. Neither me nor the other teachers, we're not looking at perfect English, because this is not an English language may perfection certification course. This course is about whether you've understood the coaching principles. And I'll tell you an example. We had one lady who um, graduated on Sunday. I believe she still has this one little thing left, like one 10-line assignment left that we're still waiting for her to finish before we can give her the certificate. And she just kept telling, like, she was, like every 3 months or every 4 months, whenever I was opening this program, she would like join, and then she would say, "I really want to join, but I have this issue in life, I have that issue in life, etc." One day I told her, your issues in life are just going to go on. That's life. That's what life is. But you want to go further. And then she said, "I want to go further, but my English is not very good." I said, "Do you understand what I'm doing in these videos?" She said, "Yes." I said, "That's the English I talk in the video modules, and the live classes that we have. You could speak in Hindi also, because me and the other teachers understand Hindi, and some other teachers understand Telugu and Kannada as well, which I don't. But you could express yourself in that if you want." And I said, even if your English is broken, we're fine with it. This is because we're all mature people trying to become coaches. You're already, with a group of very empathic people who are here to learn, who are here to serve, who are here to help people grow. So nobody judges each other. The students don't judge each other. So I told her, why don't you take this as an opportunity to overcome your own inner barrier towards English? Why don't you just accept your English for what it is, and tell yourself that even with this barrier, I can still become a coach. And you know what? Her English was fantastic. She was the top student of her class. And but this whole imposter syndrome, I'm not good enough, I don't think I understand the concepts well enough. No, I mean, the way she did the assignments, I actually learned so much from reading her assignments, right? Another thing is people worry about is like, I'm not going to be specialized. oh, look at Namita, look at the other teachers, they are so specialized, they're doing so, they code so well, etc. But, we practiced it. We've been doing this for a longer time. And there was a time when we were at a basic level also. And when I see my seniors, I'm like, wow, this is fantastic coaching. But, we'll all get there. And, gradually, if you have enough determination, if you really care about your purpose, you will become specialized. And you become specialized by doing, not by sitting and thinking about specialization. You become specialized by going through a proper training and then actually going and coaching. That's how you get fine tuned. I'm telling you, when I started coming on Hare Krishna TV, and the number of questions they used to, like, the team had wanted me to, like, आप इतने time तक we want you to answer questions and all. And I was like, fine. And, by doing that repeatedly, my own intellect, my own ability to coach, my own ability to understand issues, my ability to present myself crisp has improved a lot. So you get specialized when you do it. Business modules, what is the saving is another question I get a lot. Is about, as I mentioned, if you sign up now, it's like you're paying for, you get 1 month extra. If you could either, like, let me just show it to you all. So we have Ease Business here. I'm just sharing the tab. So I'll share the link as well for you all. So this is the Ease Business page. Like, for those, some people after coaching, they're like, nahin, I don't want to do this certification first and then I'll join business later. That's also possible. So when you click here, I want to magnify my business results. It takes you to the tiers, and we just recently introduced the silver tier. So business gold is what we are giving to you as a part of the package, and it's about 13,000 rupees a month. But when you buy it now, you get 1.5 months for free extra. So it's a membership, and while you're a member, you sign up for 6 months. You have 6 months access to the course modules, the community of students, and all these coaching calls, right? And silver is something where you get only the course modules in the community. You don't get any calls. So the saving is you get 1 month extra with the gold. We're giving you the gold, right? Then we have some more questions. I just want to make sure I go to that. Yes. Should I get coaching for myself before becoming a coach? And I think people who ask me that question are really mature, and I really appreciate them asking that question because uh, while in the coach certification program, you do experience transformation. uh, some people come here thinking this is going to heal them, and it's a healing program. It will heal you depending upon the reasonable mental fitness level you have, but the focus is not your healing. The focus is to learn coaching skills, right? So some people ask this question that, do I become a coach or should I get coaching? And I'm like, you can do one after the other. You can become a coach and then get coaching for yourself, or you can get coaching for yourself and then become a coach. It's up to you. But yeah, if you're like seriously disturbed, you're unable to take responsibility for yourself, you're lost, you're demotivated, you're depressed, you're anxious, you have comprehension issues, you have anxiety issues, you have a lot of fear in your life, etc., then I would say that you please first get coaching for yourself, because you won't be able to sustain the pace. But so if on a scale of 0 to 5, where 0 is like, oh my God, I'm so distraught and I'm so disturbed and everything, and 5 is like, no, I'm fine and I'm kicking it in life. If you're at a 3, you can join this coach certification program, but don't use it for your own. That don't come with this mindset that mera inner child healing ho jayega, mera narcissistic abuse recovery ho jayega, because those require a lot more deeper stuff. Mera, yeah, your general emotional issues, but you're able to bounce back. Join this program. Another thing is people wait for certain life events to happen and only then I'll join. And I'm like, why? That's a separate thing. This is a separate thing. You can do both together. Why wait for something to happen and only then I'll do this? Because I'm so busy being emotionally disturbed about why this is not happening in my life. And therefore, I'm going to pause everything in my life. You know what? If I were you and that's what I do in my life is I'm not happy about some aspects of my life, I don't sit and dwell on them. I focus on something positive that's going to give me joy and happiness. So I start becoming more creative actually, because I can't waste my time thinking about the, oh my God, why is this not happening to me in my life, right? I focus on what's positive, and I take that as an opportunity and time to grow. So think about these things, and we are waiting for you to serve you inside. I believe there was an email that also sent out the EMI options. That is sending out the link, and please do this homework because this has been made specifically for you, because I don't need this homework. This homework is made for you because I want you to be very clear as you step into the as you step into the world of life coaching. I want you to be very prepared. And I want you to learn these things much before you even join the program, right? So if you've done all of this and you join the program, you're like, wow, you're roaring. Otherwise, you use that. I like you to get a bigger bang for your buck. So please do these exercises. It will really help you get clarity. And tomorrow we're going to talk about coaching techniques and methodologies, and then day 4, the day when the early bird bonus is expiring, we're talking about why should you get certified as a coach, how it can help you, and then you have all of these different questions that help you think through whether you know what, and score yourself about the benefits of a certification. So there's a lot happening here, and I look forward to serving you throughout this 5-day training. Like, now only 3 more days left. I end up missing all of you when the training is over, and we can go there and we can have you inside, and we're all team is getting ready to serve all of you and serve you there. And we have Amit Saraswat ji saying that maybe that's Priyanka Saraswat. That's the epiphany I got this morning. Let me know. I believe if there's a language barrier, we can cater to the clients who speak their native language. Sometimes clients feel good if they speak in their familiar language. Very well said. Very, very well said. Because people are able to express themselves better. Your clients are able to express themselves better when they speak their own language. So when we are also I'm talking about our coaching business, um, when we are talking about coaching, and people come to us, and then we ask them, do you have any language specifications? Because I have a team that can speak Punjabi, Tamil, Hindi, Gujarati, and so many different languages. So we also try to map based on the language. But what I was talking about is people expect themselves to have perfect English and only then want to sign up for this program. And all I'm trying to tell you is you don't need perfect English to sign up for this program. You need workable English. As long as you can write and we can understand, that's good enough for us. We're not checking whether you have the and the and the capitals and everything in place. No, we're not checking that. Because we're not English language teachers. English is not my native language, and I'm not good at English either. There's so many things I struggle with myself. So that's that. Work on yourself, and looking forward to serving all of you, and welcoming you inside. And you also have access to, for those of you who have signed up for the training, you have links to messaging us on WhatsApp, messaging us on Telegram with your questions, booking a call with us if you're looking to join the program. You're aware of all the program details and the fee, and you're like, I still have some last minute doubts about this program. So you have the opportunity to also book a call with us, and we're available for you. Me and the team, we're available for you to help you and serve you, even in your decision of moving ahead. Yes. So thank you very much, and I'm going to say bye bye now, and then I'll see you tomorrow in day 3 of the training. And it's very exciting to be here with all of you. And bye bye.